Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Today is January 11 in the year 2022. Do you know where your children are? Where are they? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Maurice Conte reporting. How are you? How are you? Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday. We are live. We are live like never before. Kohlberger, Bryan Kohberger, it's being reported that he has scars on his face and his neck. Now, we know what happens in jails sometimes when some types of correction officers and police have a problem with a client. And they start torturing him, and they start cutting back his food, and start accusing him of being a murderer, and won't let him sleep. Now, these are all things that happen routinely in correctional facilities. Bryan Kohberger, the Idaho killer, is he being tortured in jail? He's coming to court with scars on his face and his neck. Now they're saying, it was he cut himself shaving, but I've heard that before. Yeah, he cut himself shaving. He fell on a knife. So we'll look at that story. It's rather fascinating. I don't know. We'll look at the image. New York Post has some photos out, and CBS, I believe, was the first to report it. They saw him out front with these cuts on his face. And then he came out of the holding pen into court yesterday with scars on his face. So we'll look at that. We don't want anybody to, he's not proven guilty yet. Let's stop torturing him if that's what's going on. If it's self-inflicted, that's also a sign of some sort of mental distress going on. He didn't look like he slept. Although if you're sitting in jail facing quadruple murder charges and you're telling the police you're innocent and they don't believe you, you might lose some sleep over that. So we'll give the authorities the benefit of the doubt so far until we look at the scars on his face. There's other stuff, other murder stories, a wild, amazing video of a hero veteran who was he was in Walmart. He showed up in Walmart with his son, and there was some crazy guy came storming through the door with a knife, and some passive guy tried to take the knife out of his hand and failed. And the hero comes up behind him and takes the guy down took him down, took the knife. What a hero, right? Fucking that's what heroic looks like, right? Somebody's wielding a knife, threatening to kill people, swings the knife at somebody else. And what do? You take him out. You wait for that opportunity and you take him down. The veterans. We're training our veterans. We trained our veterans, and you see how it not only works on foreign soil, but it also works right here in the old good, USA. Right? So look at that story. The liberal quiz, intolerance quiz. Did you see it yesterday? Maurice Conte, I put it up. Oh my God, the liberal quiz to see if you're a liberal. We'll do that today. Right in a few minutes, we'll take a quiz to see how many liberals are watching this program. There's 23 of you watching right now, and more later. Let's find out how many liberals are here, and see if you're at risk of being a liberal, and we'll, help you, point you towards the proper mental health facilities if you need that. So we'll look at that. And what else? That's really it. And today's Friday, we're going to do the live video chat coming up. This audience button. I gotta put something else in there. I got the gong. I love the gong. Gong. And anyway. So yeah, live video chat. I dropped the link about 12 times in the thing here, and I got last week. I had a problem with the technology, and I think I solved that problem. So come on in. The only requirement is don't be a dick. Don't be a dick in the chat. Don't be a dick when you come onto the live video. Try to be respectful and you know what I mean? Nobody does that anymore. I don't know. Maybe they're afraid of me. I don't know. They don't want to come around here. Got these fucking these guys who chew you up and spit you out, man. Or whatever, man. So we'll look at those fine stories. My name is Mark Scott. This is my thumbnail today. This is the imagery coming out of Idaho right now. Bryan Kohberger. I keep calling. I want to call him Kurt Cobain for some reason. I don't know why Kurt Cobain's name is coming out when I say Bryan Kohberger. Maybe because it rhymes. I don't know. But you see the imagery there. It does look like he's got a couple of scars on his face and neck. He's clearly distressed. The eyes are wide open, possibly bags under his eyes. He's looking a little on the thin side. Looks like he's hyped up. Could be coffee. I would suspect that it is based on how correctional facilities treat prisoners in this situation, is that they kept them up all night. They put him. What they do is they wake him up. He doesn't sleep. They move him from his comfortable little bed cell. Somewhere at, in the PM, right? They move him, and then they move him into a holding pen where there's nowhere to sleep. He's just maybe a fucking chair or something, right? They keep him up all night. They keep coming in every hour. Brian, oh yeah, suicide watch. Yeah, suicide watch. And every 5 minutes they come in there and wake him up and bang something so he doesn't sleep. And by the time the morning rolls around, the guy's delirious, right? And then they hand him maybe a razor blade and say, yeah, shave yourself. And he cuts himself to shreds. That is a possibility. It is a possibility. But what preceded him not being able to hold his hand steady, right? Maybe the torture. It's a form of torture. You got to let people sleep, right? The guy's innocent until proven guilty. That's how it works. How it should remain to work. Continue to work in our country. And if he's found guilty, this guy's dead. They're gonna smoke him. They're gonna smoke him in Idaho. They're gonna he'll sit there 10 years waiting for his lethal injection. The phenobarbital will seek in and soak into his body, and in 5 minutes he'll be dead. And he'll say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to all the victims, and please forgive me." And then the party of the deceased people will look and say, I don't know. Is this right? We killed a man. He killed somebody, and now we killed him. That's what he's looking at. That's the reality of what's happening right now. A violent criminal alleged attacks 4 students in their sleep, kills them with a knife. Captured. Police now torture him. A trial happens, and then he's put to death. Violence, aggression. I'm not saying. I am saying that this is probably the wrong way to handle situations like this in society. We need to find better ways to deal with it. What are those better ways? I don't know. Maybe. What about forgiveness? Has that ever occurred to somebody that maybe criminals do it for the attention, and if you diffuse that, tension, that intention to kill, and make him a martyr in the eyes of psychopaths just like him, maybe they wouldn't do it. Maybe if you said, you come up with some kind of system where there's reconciliation. I don't know. Maybe he has to work every day of his life for the family of the deceased. Maybe he makes them, sits in jail and makes them nice sweaters or Christmas cards or something like that. I don't know the answer, but frying the guy is probably not the right way to go. So anyway, my name is Marcus Conte. Like it or not, I'm here every morning at 9 a.m. YouTube. We love YouTube again. Oh my God, YouTube is flying high. Put your hands together for YouTube. YouTube allowing the speech to flow, bro. Every morning at 9 a.m. If that fails, by the way, we still have it out. We'll head over to BitChute and we'll continue. I have a PayPal and Patreon link if you'd like to contribute to this fine program. I got Granny Cat for those of you who love great cat videos. Join Granny Cat over there, and all you got to do every morning at 9 a.m. No notification necessary. You can hit the notification button all you want, but be here at 9 a.m. and you'll see the live show, and then you can watch the rerun across many platforms, Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Facebook, Twitter, Getter, Truth Social, and wherever else you consume your social media. And let's dive in right here. Let's dive in. So a veteran, here he is. Put your hands together for the veteran. This guy's wonderful. We love this guy. Veteran takes down knife-wielding man in South Carolina Walmart. South Carolina. Vinny DiMartini, where are you, man? Where's my brother from South Carolina? He's down there. Here he is, a veteran. Let's read the story. A veteran took down a knife-wielding man. We got the video. Who was threatening employees and shoppers at a South Carolina Walmart last Wednesday. Video of the incident shows. The man was shouting and waving around a pocket knife inside the store in the city of Columbia, threatening to cut people with the blade. Witnesses said. Demario Davis, a veteran, that's Demario, thank you, Demario, a veteran who was shopping with his son, spotted the crazed man and waited for his moment to intervene. Yes. I was at the checkout when my son noticed the guy walk in with the knife open. He said he then proceeded to the service desk, waving the knife at a few female employees. He said the knifeman yelled, quote, "When the cops get here, I'm going to start cutting you all up." Right, so the veteran overheard him say it. Man with a knife in his hand, wheeling it, waving it, brandishing a knife in Walmart, threatening to cut the employees up when the police got here. Looks like a suicide by, he was planning a suicide by cop. That's when my, quote, this is the hero says, that's when my military training kicked in and I casually walked over to the object, not only to take him down, but also protect myself in case I failed. But with my great military training, I was able to neutralize the threat until law enforcement arrived. Video shows Davis grabbing a staunch. Well, let's watch the video. Here's the video. You ready for the video? If you don't like violence against hardened criminals that are about to kill somebody, don't watch. All right, so here's the video. Let's watch. So there you see, he's swinging the guy in the red jacket swings a knife at someone trying to subdue him.
One hit a quitter. I'm talking about
watch. Swung a knife. He swung a knife. He's taking the cat stand, swinging a knife. Let's watch the rest of it.
He's doing Dave Chappelle.
And then you saw the hero. Watch the hero again. Watch slowly. Watch the hero take a walk. Watch the hero walk behind the guy. Watch up here. Right? Watch right behind the guy with the red jacket. And there he goes. You see the hero? He just casually walks over. He grabs his weapon of choice, which is a big fucking iron rod with cement in it. And then this happens. Watch. Fucking bullseye. I think we got to watch a commercial to watch it again. Oh man, he took
with confidence. Free with TurboTax
free
Live.
TurboTax.
Get live help from tax experts.
Okay.
Plus, get a final review.
Oh, I'll get a final review. I want to watch it one more time. and then maybe we'll buy some life insurance or whatever the hell they're selling. So let's watch again. This is fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. Unedited, untouched video. Play it through.
One hit a quitter. I'm talking about clean scoop ball. Oh!
Swing. Man, veteran moves into
He's
position.
doing Dave Chappelle.
Took him down, man. Got the knife.
Oh,
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fucking story, man. That's how you take it down, man. That's how you do it in Oklahoma, wherever they are, right? Take the guy down. So let's talk about Bryan Kohberger, the scars on his face. Let's listen to CBS spin it. Let him spin.
4 University of Idaho students made a brief court appearance today.
28-year-old Bryan Kohberger waived his right for a speedy preliminary hearing. His lawyers asked for more time to prepare their defense, so now a hearing is scheduled for June.
Lilia Luciano has been following the story for us and joins us live now from Moscow, Idaho. Lilia, what do we know about today's court appearance?
Well, Lana, Errol, good to hear you. Today, Bryan Kohberger walked into this courtroom at about 8:06 this morning.
This is the first reporting that I saw on the scars on his face. New York Post jumped on it, but I saw it. CBS, it looks like, reported it first. And here is the report from the reporter.
One thing that we didn't notice when we first saw him, I wasn't too close, but we saw from far away, is he had some scratches or cuts to his face. We saw that afterwards on the video.
So when he was outside or something, where was he? Where did they first see it?
Kohberger walked into this courtroom at about 8:06 this morning. One thing that we didn't notice when we first saw him, I wasn't.
Wait a
For
second.
us and joins us.
I want to know when she saw the scars first. She reports that she saw it and then saw it again in the courtroom. Hold on a second.
Live now from Moscow, Idaho. Lilia, what do we know about today's court appearance?
Well, Lana, Errol, good to hear you. Today, Bryan Kohberger walked into this courtroom at about 8:06 this morning. One thing that we didn't notice when we first saw him, I wasn't too close, but we saw from far away, is he had some scratches.
So that's kind of interesting that he wasn't in the courthouse. Maybe in a small community in Idaho, they don't have the ability to house him in the courthouse prior to the hearing. So they got him outside. So he walked outside. Very unusual in a high-profile case like this, where you would see the criminal out in open space walking into the courthouse. However, he's cuffed and chained. So the reporters saw the scars, and then they saw it again when he walked out.
Or cuts to his face. We saw that after.
People in the chat are saying it's a nothing burger. It's nothing there. TJ, thank you. Nothing burger. Is it a nothing burger? I don't know.
Afterwards on the video that was taken by this pool camera, I asked the sheriff, and he said that this was from him wanting to shave himself before appearing in court.
So the sheriff says, yeah, he wanted to shave himself, right? Fucking, they hand him a knife, and he cuts his face apart, or all right. So they're not saying that somebody shaved him. It's likely that the right. That's what they're saying. So that's all we really know about it. And so Idaho murder suspect Bryan Kohberger appears in court with cuts and bruises on his face. These are the cuts and bruises. He's got one under his chin. He does look clean shaven. That is a possibility. When I say attack, was Bryan Kohberger, attacked in jail? Is torture a form of attack? When someone is tortured before their hearing, as I outlined in the opening statement, when you keep the guy up, when you start cutting back his food, when you create a high tension stress environment, and then you hand them a razor blade, is that an attack? I don't know. I don't know if it rises to the level of attack, or is the whole story that he cut himself shaving bullshit? It's hard to say. These are the only images of him walking out. There's no closer close-ups of the scars. I think you can blow this up all you want, and you probably won't get. Will Smith says it's jail. You fight in jail. Okay. Did he get into a scuffle? Did he get into a scuffle? Good point, William Smith. Thank you. Did he get into a scuffle? Did he cut some gang member off at the food line and say, "Oh, I'm Bryan Kohberger. Fuck you. Get out of my way. I kill people." And they laid into him. Right? Grabbed him by his skinny neck and threw him on the ground and cut his face up. Not likely. If someone's gonna shank you in jail, they're gonna finish the statement. And it's very, very, very likely, probably a 99% chance, that he's not in general population. You wouldn't put a guy like this in general population. The threat to his life is enormous. However, they did stick an animal in Jeffrey Epstein's cage. You remember the big muscle guy that killed 4 people, killed 4 cops or whatever? And the guy was built like a fucking, like a tower, like a fire hydrant, and he was in the cell with Epstein, and I don't know. Then Epstein ended up dead. So there he is. Let's continue. Is this an act of violence against Bryan Kohberger, presumed innocent until found guilty? There's some cuts. That's a good view of it. One behind his neck, one on his face, and and there it is. That's all we really know about this. Quick survey. One is self-inflicted razor cut from shaving. 2, attacked. What do you think, man? What do you think? Was Bryan Kohberger, did he self-inflict the wounds on his face? Maybe he's because he's a criminal justice guy. He said, I'm going to go out in front of the cameras with a scarred face so everybody thinks the police are beating me up. How do you look? I shave sometimes, not all the time, but I've cut myself shaving. But never 3 times in one session. Sometimes you get a gotcha, and you stop what you're doing. You're like, oh man, I'm bleeding. But look at the gashes. Look at the sizes of the gashes. Right, 3 big gashes. Right, and we don't see the other side of his face. What's on the other side of his face? But 3 times. Weevil Girl says, Buddha Girl says it's self-inflicted. Weevil Girl, self-inflicted. Brian Sanders says attacked. Zoot Cooter, attacked. We're mixed right now. I'm going to say, self-inflicted, but with a caveat that he was tortured prior to. The torturing may have left his hands shaky and unable to take care of himself. And the police were just like, fuck, look, he's cutting himself to shreds. Let him cut himself. Oh, yo, fucking Gary, man, you got to, Kohlberger's fucking, we kept him up all night and he's chopping himself to pieces. Maybe he'll swallow the blade. Cops are fucking vindictive, man. You don't become a correction officer if you love people. You become a correction officer because you enjoy torturing people and seeing them in agony. Right? There's a thrill in that, I think. So anyway, so we'll keep going here. What else we got? This is a fascinating story. You might not agree. You might not. We'll see what we say. See what we see. Oklahoma authorities, again in Oklahoma. Oh, I got another story about Oklahoma. Oklahoma authorities make arrest in missing toddler Athena Brownsfield. Mysterious disappearance. So here you have it. The woman, she's a woman, and she was not happy with her child. The toddler, 5 years old, and another toddler, where one of the toddlers was found roaming the streets by himself, 5-year-old, unattended, right? And then the other child mysteriously disappeared. So there's the child. Sadly, the child that has disappeared. Let's read. Special agents from Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigations on Thursday arrested the mother, Alicia Adams, 30, on 2 counts of child neglect in connection with the Tuesday disappearance of 4-year-old Athena Brownfield. The search for Athena continues. So they haven't found the child yet. All right, so suspect number 1 is always, some insider. Where's the child? And, psychological profile. They know when a mother kills a child, they got a mental observation. They know how a mother usually would act in that situation. If the mother just lost a child, she's acting a different way. So what do the police think? What do the police think? Let's look at the images. They're looking in the lake. They are looking in the lake for the child. Right? Why this lake? Why not any lake? What led them to the lake? Right? It's probably that the mother and the child, the car was pinged going there, or something like that. And so there's the police doing some fine work. They're out in the lake with their Boston fucking Flyer, whatever, little boat. And they're looking. They don't have scuba gear on. They're just poking around. Maybe they're just looking for a floating dead body. Oklahoma, look at the images. They made, that's like a made for TV image. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol sifting through the ground to find the 4-year-old. All right, so there she is, right? There she is, women violence on women, young girl, female violence on female violence, or white female violence on white child. If you're of the liberal consent, then you must take these things into consideration. It's not just a psycho; it's a white male psycho, like Bryan Kohberger. But here we have a white female, and with the knife wielding mother effer that walked into Walmart and got his head handed to him by the hero. He was black, and the guy that the hero happened to also be black. So I don't really see any racism thus far, but there are people that look at stuff like this and see racism. The only racism I see is that there is a correlation between crazy people walking into Walmart and bashing and breaking the fucking place up and the Caucasian of black. There is some correlation there. Very not a lot, but there's some. And to the people in our world right now who are adamant about the death penalty, again, I don't have a particular opinion of this per se. I guess I do. I'm fudging that. I do have an opinion of capital punishment, killing people. I just don't. In my mind, I don't see how violence against the violent criminal diffuses the violence. It seems like a perpetration of violence. So let's look at this violent criminal and look at his horrific crime, and then his ultimate moments when they inject phenobarbital into his body and kill him, murder him. So Oklahoma death row inmate executed for murdering elderly couple. There he is. Horrific. I killed an elderly couple. What if that was your grandmother? You want to see him dead? I kill grandma and grandpa, kill him. So Scott James Ozenber, 62-year-old man who murdered an elderly couple 19 years ago, was executed by lethal injection in Oklahoma. 19 years. And his final words were, I'm at peace. My conscience my conscience is clear completely. I love my children, he said. They injected him at 10:01 a.m. and declared him dead at 10:15. Whoa, 14 minutes. Took it 14 minutes to kill him. 14 minutes. The phenobarbital kicks in. Pow, your heart stops. You are dead by government murder. Murder. He was murdered. As the execution began, Eisenberger could be seen talking to his spiritual advisor, Reverend Jeffrey Hood. There's the good Reverend Jeffrey Hood, who is an advocate against capital punishment. And so as the execution began, Eisenberg could be seen talking to Hood. What else did he say? So the guy facing the lethal injection lifted his head and mouthed, "I love you," toward his daughter and attorneys. Right? He was convicted of the murder, 76-year-old and a 70-year-old back in 2003. That's really it. It comes down to the. Here's the comments from the family as they watched. Right now, you would think the legal thinking in the letter of the law is that by killing the killer, the family would get some sort of relief from knowing that the killer of their loved one is dead. Right? That's the thinking, right? That's the letter of the law. And here's what the family said. There is no closure today, but a page has been turned and a fresh chapter in our lives has begun. But if there's no closure, what's fresh about it? After living this nightmare, I must say that 20 years is too long for justice to be served. We absolutely want to get it right, and we absolutely want to ensure that everyone's rights are protected. But the process is much too slow. Okay, so I don't know. Did the family get what they wanted? He's dead. Now there's 3 dead humans. 2 dead humans at the hand of this psychopath. The psychopath is dead, and nobody is happy. Quote, nobody is happy. There is no closure today. I don't know. Think what you will, man. So yesterday I was sitting around thinking about to make a video, and I came up with very scientific research into this very scientific educational video that you can watch, and it's a scientific educational quiz to find out if you are a liberal. Are you a liberal? Let's find out. How many people we got watching? Let's find out. Oh my, how many people we got watching? Everybody is happy. Oh, yeah, quote. Show, wow, wait. Whoa, all right, how many people we got watching? Click, give me the click. 28 people, 81 possibly watching. So let's do a quick survey. We'll watch the video, and then we'll go through each question one by one more time, and find out, are you a liberal? Let's watch the video. Go. Hey, welcome to the stream. Today we're going to find out, very scientific, very educationally grounded and based in science quiz to find out if you are a liberal. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, snowflakes. Welcome, conservatives. Welcome, the right and the left wings of our political spectrum. All are welcome to take the test because, you might be at risk of being a liberal. So let's find out. These are the top 10 things that make you a liberal, and we're going to take a true or false quiz. All right? So answering true to 2 or more of these questions, you might be a liberal. So let's go. All right. So there's the video if you want to watch it. We'll go through it. I don't want to watch it now because I'm right here. And it's kind of, I guess, I thought it was a good idea to show the video. But I'll just drop the I'll just drop the link in there if you want to watch it. So, where are we? Here we are. Let's do it live. We're live. And so these are the top 10 things that make you a liberal. And the number 10, COVID-19, get a pencil out. Get a pencil out and keep your score. Right? True or false questions. Number 10, COVID-19 is a highly contagious, deadly disease that only vaccines, masks and social distancing will keep you safe. True or false? A woman should be president of the United States just because she's a woman. True or false? Hillary Clinton. Number 8, a black woman should be Supreme Court Justice Judge just because she is black and a woman, says Joe Biden. True or false? 7, Donald Trump is a fascist, racist, misogynist, homophobe that on January 6th planned an insurrection to overthrow the government and should be put in jail for treason. True or false? Number 6, a woman should have the right to kill the baby inside of her because it's her body and her choice. And you should be forced to take a vaccine because your body really isn't your choice. And it makes me nervous. Number 5, in 10 years, we will all be dead because the climate will have changed to the point of no return. And it makes me very, very nervous. Number 4, all white people are inherently racist. They refuse to accept it. And because they refuse to accept it, they are racist. Number 3, every black person should be given free money, reparations, because today's whites are responsible for all of their misfortune. Number two, what I stand for is always right. And everything those people over there stand for is wrong. And if you disagree with me, you are a liar and should be canceled. And the number one thing that liberals seem to think, Russia hacked the election because CNN said so. So there you go. There's the litmus test. Are you guilty of being a liberal? Are you being guilty of being a liberal? Put your score in the chat, and we'll go on the record. We'll document the results of our very scientific test. I'll put my score. I scored 0. I didn't get any of those, right? So I guess once upon a time, this fine reporter was liberal. I lived in New York City. I voted along Democratic, voted for Democrats most of my life. Voted for Barack Obama. Voted for Bill Clinton. Almost had the opportunity to vote for Trump, but they made it so difficult here. And in honesty, I actually moved before the election. So come on, man, vote. Nobody wants to vote. Nobody wants to go on the record. Nobody took the test, man. I'm all by myself here. I'll just smoke until you vote. Ignition. Blast off. So zeros, we got some zeros coming up. Zeros. Jim Girard is a 0. TJ, my friend, is 0. Okay, Weevil Girl is going to refrain from voting. I don't like Trump, but don't think he should be locked up. Okay. Fair enough. You maybe scored a 0.5%. You scored half. That's a less than 1. So anyway, man. So let's look at the markets very quickly. Oh boy, we're going down. Some red early in the morning. It's 9:42 New York time. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 200. NASDAQ down 83. S&P 500 down 32. All red this morning. Is Bitcoin going to bounce? There's some rumors out there that the cryptocurrency Bitcoin may come back up. It's up today. Whoa, 800 points. How about that? How about it? Maybe we've got a short squeeze at 18,900. Bitcoin paired against the dollar ETF up 4.5% this morning. Everything else down. Technology getting whacked. Apple down $1, Amazon down 57 cents, Google down 66 cents, Meta, formerly Facebook, down $1, Microsoft down $2.50, Rivian down another $1.18, down 6%. I don't care. Let it go to fucking 10 cents because when it's 10 cents, this reporter is going to buy 1,000 and get rich when he in 10 years. Because that shit's going to go up. All right, they make and Tesla. You guys made fun of me yesterday because I called it Tesla. That's a New York thing, by the way. For some reason, we put an R at the end of, where it's not supposed to be at the end of words. Tesla, man. I don't know. So New York. I don't know. There's other words out there, but so anyway, so there you go. There's the market review. Let's open up the chat. Let's open it up. Here you go, man. Come on in. Come on in. The water is warm. The water is warm in the chat. I am turning on my microphone. I am turning on my video camera. And pow! I'm gonna join it. I'm joining. I'm in the chat. I'm live. I'm in the chat. I'm in the space capsule. Here we are in the space capsule. Oh my God! So come on in if you want. If you want to talk about space, or you want to, I don't know, maybe ask a question, or just hang out and hang out and talk, man. Weevil Girl's in the house. I don't know. Weevil Girl's coming in. I don't want to put anybody on the spot. But come on down, man. I know there's a delay, and if you don't know how to use Google Meet, you have to shut your YouTube audio off when you're in the chat. I'm 25, maybe 50 seconds in your future. So you can't watch YouTube at the same time as you're on the show. You shut you silence the YouTube, and then you're in the chat. You're in the chat. And Jim Gerard in the house. Jim Gerard is here. Good morning. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Jim. What's up, my brother? What's up? What is up?
No, not too much. How are you?
All right, I'm good. This has been talking for an hour. It's your turn. What are you doing, man?
I don't have a whole lot to say, really. Been sick the last couple days with a stomach bug.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that sucks. Keep it moving, Keep it moving, Dr. Conti, I'm offering you. Yeah, it sucks, man. Sometimes you get sick,
Well,
sometimes.
I'm better today, but not fully recovered yet.
Right. Weevil Girl in the house. Let's let Weevil Girl in. Come on in, Weevil Girl. Come on in. There's something. How do we view this? Meeting details. Show everyone. I see you, Weevil Girl. You hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just want.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I want to set it up where everybody can see everybody else. I don't know how President now. Your entire screen. No, a window, a tab. Turn on captions. Turn off. This software is so weird. Something happened. See, what people see right now is Weevil Girl. Jim, are you still there?
Mm-hmm.
I
see you all.
Oh, I see what happens.
I can see Jim. But
I see what. Oh, okay. So we'll run with this. If you're talking, then you're in the screen. Let's try this. If you're talking, you're in the screen, and if you're not talking, you're not in the screen. So that's what I'm seeing, and that's what the people are seeing. So it looks good. It's fine, man. So what's up, Weevil Girl? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Had a fun week. I'm trying to learn how to brew some kombucha. I'm knitting a lot. I'm working with clay.
Explain what kombucha is. People might not know what that is. What's kombucha?
Oh, that's just a fermented probiotic kind of drink, and you can buy one drink in the store, like the organic one, and you can grow your own SCOBY. And it kind of looks like a pancake kind of thing. It takes the shape of your jar. Put water in, it eats black tea and sugar, so you feed it the black tea and the sugar mixture, and then I'm going to put it into jar, actually lid them, and it will get fizzy. It's a natural probiotic drink. It's really good for your gut, have a healthy gut bacteria.
Yeah, man. I think the Koreans, I think it's Korean, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Korea or Japan, I forget where it comes from. Kombucha. I don't like it.
I don't know.
You know what you know what I don't like about it? It's not that I don't like it. I don't like the way it tastes. For me, it wasn't, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, and it has a wee bit of alcohol in it, right? It's for a little fermented. Yeah. I know a lot of people that love it. They buy it and drink it as a beverage, So what's going on? We will go. What about that? I had the big meditation teacher. A big meditation teacher. We're going to be respectful. What do you think of that? I was curious of your spin, your take. You watched it.
Yeah.
I know some people said I wasn't respectful to him. That's what came back to me. I thought it was.
I thought you were respectful. I don't know. I didn't think you were disrespecting him.
Okay.
I thought he was a nice guy.
Right.
Really, I kind of took it similar to what I think you did, where I was like a little taken aback that he's like, maybe not this lifetime, maybe 11 lifetimes, or it was kind of depressing. That's not what people want to hear. And even if we don't reach enlightenment, like literally full enlightenment, we could get close to it. Aim for the stars and land where you land, right? Yeah. At least try to do something. And
if someone tells you this road is closed, you don't go down the road, right?
Why would you start the path and start working on it?
Right. I'm going to suffer and help nobody, not even myself. Right. I guess it's a wrong view. And there is a lot of people in a lot of traditions that sort of kind of come away with that thinking. So anyway, I'm sorry I cut you off. But your perspective. If you don't know it's there, then it never appears, right? And what are we talking about?
And even if you don't, even if you don't reach full enlightenment, it may transform your life. Just a daily practice that eases your anxiety, eases depression, makes you more centered, more grounded. It helps me, and it may not help everyone. Might not be everybody's cup of tea. They might need some other activity, but I think it's really helpful. In fact, I got a new singing bowl thing.
All right.
Now I'm trying a new thing. I'm putting the singing bowls one inside the other.
All right, cool.
If you can see, I got
a pair of bowls. I see
a quartz one.
Uh-huh.
I got this quartz one. I got my normal one, who I still love. They're both, I found out, in the F chord.
F, okay.
Which is also the heart chakra.
Okay.
So now, I don't know if this is a real way to play them, but
how did you find out that it's an F? How did you determine that? That's often hard, unless you got
my
a guitar.
Just looked up an app on his phone.
Oh, the app told. Okay, good.
And then he was able to determine it just from that little app.
Yeah.
That they were both Fs. They're in different octaves because one's so much bigger.
I have a hold on a second. I'm just going to jump out of my chair for 2 seconds. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I'm a guitar player. I didn't have to go far to find it. This is one way that you could do it. It's a guitar tuner. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a guitar tuner, and you turn it on. Right?
Yeah.
And it'll tell you this is how you tune your guitar. But you could also tune the bell. Let's find out. So go ahead and ring it, and we'll see what it rings.
Okay. And I don't know if it throws off the tone when I play them one inside the other, but
we'll just hit it, and let's find out what key. Sorry, man, it ain't working. But I think you have to.
working.
I think you have to connect it. You have to connect it to the bell. But anyway, Weevil Girl, give us 2 minutes. Give us 2 minutes of the bell. Meditation time. Meditation time. Meditation.
Okay, let's take a deep breath in through our nose and a deep breath out through our mouth. And we'll let the sound of the vibrations. We'll just think about our breathing. I've heard it's impossible to have another thought if you're focused on your breathing.
Pow. The cat got up. You saw that? The cat rose from his chair, her chair, from her window.
Yes.
Cool,
The
man.
windowsill.
It's important stuff, this meditation stuff. I'm trying to put out a couple of videos that try to explain the experience. Now, all these teachers, at least the one that I had on, I know the school of thought. I studied with Shambhala for many years, and I just fundamentally disagree with that particular teacher's opinion of that. And I played the video. I did on that day. I did play the video of his teacher, Chungyam Trungpa, telling you that it's not hypothetical, that it is that this is a fact. Right? And that's a high Tulku, Tibetan meditation master from childhood, saying it. Right? He's telling the crowd of hippies that this is not hypothetical, that it is possible, and what is it? This notion of just being free, as you said, being free of daily suffering, because that's really all it is. It's being able to walk the planet without constant panic, the impulse to be afraid of everything, and all your activity is based on things that happened right before that, or years before that, or lifetimes before that. Right? It seems to indicate that through extensive meditation that this noise that we tune into, the radio, is the problem. Right? And if you can not remove it, but witness it, then, as a third party, I see it. You are relieving yourself of the things that cause it. You see it happening right in front of you. There's no other confirmation necessary, right? You see it. This is happening. When I do this, I see the relief. I see mind kick in, running down the path of these stories, and I accept it, and it dissolves. It's not real. It's a fabrication of the mind. I don't think anybody would, I'm certainly sure Thich Nhat Hanh would say exactly that. That was the, essence of his teachings. That you can do it, and it is possible. And look around you. Come to Plum Village. Look at the monks. Look at the monks. There's people sitting on the lawn smiling and happy, and they got nothing. What you would think of as nothing, right? A robe, and why are they happy? Don't they need the Lexus and the gold tooth and the watch, and
On the Tesla.
Tesla, but Tesla A Tesla
I'm
parked
kidding.
a Tesla parked
Nobody in
garage.
Wisconsin says it like that. No one.
It's a New York thing. It's a New York. There's other words. I
Jim,
can't.
how do they say it? Is it Ohio?
Tesla. It's in
Yeah.
Iowa, not Ohio.
Iowa. I'm sorry, I keep mixing up those two states. And you
That's
got your
all right.
hair cut.
Yeah, I was going to wait to see if any of you noticed.
We noticed.
I tried to get on last Friday, but you were having that technical difficulty.
Oh, I
It's
know.
not putting Jim on the page. They need to see his new haircut.
I'm the
I see all of you.
The audience is seeing it. Weevil girl.
Oh, there he is.
You see, he's down. He may be down in the corner. He may be down in your little screen. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta. It's another glitch. It's another glitch that I gotta figure out. When Jim speaks, though, he's now Jim. The audience sees Jim. So Jim, you're in Idaho. What's the vibe?
Iowa.
Oh, Iowa.
Iowa.
I thought it was Ohio initially. I'm sorry, Jim. I'm not goofing on you. I have no memory for these three states. Idaho.
That's all right.
But anyway, well, what's
Being from New York is what you call flyover country, right?
Right. It shows in part my ignorance to everything in between New York and California. Like they're all the same. Right? They're fucking. Isn't Iowa the same as Ohio? I don't know.
Well, not too far off.
Right.
Big farming state, you know.
Yeah, man. So stomach bug. That sucks. What else? What do you do, Jim? What not nothing personal, but what do you like to do? What do you do in the daytime, man, when you're just chilling in Iowa?
Just chilling, actually. I'm trying to get on disability I was born and raised an electrician.
Oh, wow.
And that was the only job I've ever had, but I've got arthritis so bad.
Ouch.
You know, hip replacement, got spondylosis of my back. So it's,
That's hard. Yeah, the arthritis thing. I'm terrified of that because of the piano, right? Like the play. But yeah, your hands, as you get a little older, your hands don't work quite as well as they used to. No doubt about it. My theory on it is you gotta work it. We're not the same as we were when we were kids. Right? It's not the same body. All right, so you gotta learn how to deal with an older body. I have an older body. The body is older now, and so what? Was the body better then? Was the mind better then? You just don't know. All you know is right now. Right now, my hands hurt. Right now, my scolices in the back hurts, or whatever it is. Right, something hurts. There's something going on here. I don't know. I think
Have you found any relief from anything, Jim?
not really.
No.
My shoulders hurt. My shoulders hurt so bad that I can hardly sleep at night.
Right?
Because I'm always turning over and laying on one shoulder, and then I wake up, and it hurts. Get back on my back, and then lo and behold, an hour or two later, I roll over and laying on the other shoulder. So it,
Yeah.
Well, that's the.
Does it seem to
Go ahead.
be
I'm sorry.
based on how much activity you do during the day? Does that make it worse?
No, not really. I mean, I'll go for a walk, right? I used to have a dog, and I'd walk that dog twice a day, a mile each time, and that's fine. But after, if I'm walking around very long, then yeah, my back starts to hurt. Spondylolysis is when a vertebrae cracks off. And when it happened, it wedged up against my spinal cord. And I was in a fetal position for 3 days before I could finally, crawl into the bathroom.
Oh my gosh.
So it, but they couldn't, the doctor said, if I go in and operate, I'll have to take away more bone just to get at that little piece. And he goes, it's just going to make a weak patient, even weaker.
Wow.
He goes, so he didn't recommend it.
Did he ever mention yoga at all? Did the word yoga ever come out of his mouth?
No,
All right.
Do you wear a back brace?
no. I haven't had a flare up in, I don't know, 6 years, but, I remember one time I was just getting up out of a chair, and I could feel that little twing.
Yeah.
And, and I'm like, uh-oh, here we go again. Right. So.
Ouch.
It's the position.
It's just, I'm 59, and it's, from doing construction my whole life, my body is broken, right? I broke my hand once, and the doctor took the x-ray, and he's looking at the x-ray, and he's like, well, that broken bone in your hand is the least of your worries because you got arthritis and, all your joints in that hand. And I'm like, well, it's from running a hammer drill and wire cutters.
Have you tried CBD? CBD?
No.
My dad had some luck with CBD. It's kind of expensive. You have to buy them. You want to get a good quality one with lots of CBD in it. But my dad actually, and he's not anyone who would take that stuff. He's never taken that his whole life. He was a construction guy. He's retired now, but he took it. He got some real relief, but then he's too cheap to keep buying it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm contemplating retiring from the union, but I'm like 59 and a half. I think is when you can actually retire, and if you retire earlier than that, then your benefits get cut down. So
you get hit. Did you like working in a union? What do you feel about unions since you're a union guy?
Oh, it had good points and bad points, right? I didn't like that, they're always pushing the Democrats onto me. I was born and raised a Christian, Roman Catholic. And so I've always voted Republican.
That makes sense. I was raised Catholic too, but I was a real weird Catholic family that was extremely liberal. So what an oxymoron that was to go to Catholic school and then come from a liberal family. So it caused me a lot of
I bet.
situations.
Would you guys agree that liberal then is different than liberal now? Because I'm your age, Jim. When I was maybe 20 years ago, what we're referring to as liberal seems to be something very different, based on the quiz I just threw up there. You think it's...
Oh, yeah.
No,
it's changed a lot in the last 20 years.
Right.
A lot.
The word.
It's more radical now.
Right.
Yes.
What are we liberal about? What is the liberal left liberal about? They're not liberal about speech. They're not liberal about freedom of people to choose. They're not liberal about, really anything. So
they also dropped. Yeah, they dropped the Me Too movement as soon as Biden got accused by Tara Reade.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really care about that. It was only a show. So I really don't know what they're liberal about anymore.
I'm open. I'm open to the idea of doing like 10 questions about what makes you a conservative, but that's a harder stretch. It's like, well, what? That's a different category, right? It's the flip side of it, right? And and I don't know. Should we pick? I would say, Jim, with the bodily stuff, for me, there's a couple of solutions. Definitely the diet, definitely the exercise. You got to move it, even if it hurts, slowly, a little bit. Yoga would be the magic trick. If I had to say anything, if you have to learn, you got to go to the pain and figure out where, what's causing it. Arthritis is not, I don't think arthritis is technically painful if you're not stressing it in that way. Arthritis is a rather natural kind of thing that happens in bone over time. But if you move it slowly, you realize that the pain isn't there. Maybe not right away, not in the first, minute or 2 or 5, or maybe even 20 minutes. But as you do it, you realize you isolate in on those areas that hurt, and you build everything around it until it doesn't hurt. No, I don't think there's any, of course, eating, exercising, got to drink water, get out in the sun, meditate, right? Relax, right? And stop doing the repetitive motions that cause it, unfortunately. Right? You keep moving in the same way and you'll get the same result. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I thank you for your honesty. That's, it's we all have that. Let me be honest. I don't really, I have aches and pains sometime, and then I do what I just told you, not telling you what to do, but I do it. And then I go out and I run on top of that. And if I have pain, I just say, okay, there's a pain. And that's the way it's going to be. How am I going to swerve around this pain? Because, right? And then pain becomes the teacher. You learn to say, okay, well, this is the obstacle. Right? I don't want to have pain. I don't want to have this stuff. I want to, and these doctors don't know what the hell they're talking about. They want to chop a hole in my back, right? So, but bone and back is just, it's like a wheel alignment. Your wheel is off, and you gotta, somehow manually fix it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. It started to make sense, somewhere along the line, and you prove it too. So what else, man? What else is going on? What do you guys? Any plans for the weekend? Plans?
Not really.
No plans.
No. Just doing family stuff, doing stuff with my kids. I'm like trying to make a lot of stuff. I'm knitting a lot right now. It's knitting season.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you want me to custom make you a hat, I will.
I'll take a hat.
I will. I'll take it. Really good too.
I'll take a hat and I'll wear it. I'll wear it on the program.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe American colors.
Yeah, whatever.
Like red, white, blue.
It's up to you. Up to you. Yeah. A flag hat. I have that's one of my prized possessions. I have a blanket, an Afghan that my grandmother made, and a hat too. I have a hat that she knitted, and very cherished. I take it out every once in a while. I put it out, and it's Afghans. So, all right, guys, let's kill it.
Well,
I'll give you the last word. We got an hour. We're over an hour, so let's kill it.
Knitting's just like meditation. It's my last word. Peace, everybody.
All righty. Thank you for joining me.
Good
We will
seeing you,
go.
Jim.
Thank
Good
you,
seeing you guys.
Thank you, Jim. Man, I'll see you guys next time. See you next Wednesday, next Monday. Peace out. Pow. Yes, put your hands together for Weevil Girl, Jim Gerard. Thank you, everybody. Man. Let's take it out. Marcus Conte reporting.